Sportsmail provides their awards from AFCON, so who wins what? The delayed 2021 Africa Cup of Nations concluded on Sunday following Senegal's shootout win over Egypt. Senegal's talisman Sadio Mane scored the decisive spot kick as his country prevailed 4-2 on penalties to win their first ever AFCON title. Sportsmail's Alex Sismic was in Cameroon throughout the tournament and has provided his gongs from the events that unfolded. Sadio Mane, Senegal. The Liverpool forward arrived in Cameroon very determined to win his first trophy with the Senegalese national team. He dragged his team to the final with 3 goals, 2 assists and excellent performances, especially starting from the round of 16. Before the final, Mane entered the field for the warm-up very excited. For several seconds he cheered on the Senegalese fans by hopping and making sweeping hand gestures. In the final, he wasn't particularly brilliant and missed a penalty after 7 minutes. He had also missed a decisive penalty in the 2017 quarter-finals shootout against Cameroon. But this time fate wanted to give him the opportunity to redeem himself immediately and send his people into ecstasy. Helling's Frank Gabadinho Mango goal, Malawi versus Morocco in the round of 16. It had no particular significance other than to scare Morocco at the opening of the game, but Mango's goal was outstanding. When he received the ball on Malawi's left flank, he had very likely already planned to shoot from distance. And he did it from around 38 yards with a defender at his heels and another one who was about to block his way. The Moroccan goalkeeper Yassine Bounou, who was obviously surprised, detected the path of the ball, but the power and accuracy created by Gabadinho was perfect and the ball fell towards the net as soon as it passed Bounou. Third place playoff, Burkina Faso vs Cameroon 3-3, 3-5 on penalties. The usual useless and boring third-place playoff was expected to follow the same script as the previous ones. Burkina Faso and Cameroon, driven by opposing moods, offered us the most spectacular match of the tournament instead. It was the match with the most goals scored, 6. Burkina Faso were leading 3-0 at the start of the second half, but then the entry of indomitable Lions captain Vincent Aboubakar awakened the hosts. Cameroon striker Stéphane Bahakan pulled one back with 20 minutes to go before Aboubakar's brace leveled the scores, reaching 8 goals for the tournament in the process like Ivorian Laurent Pokou at the 1970 AFCON. Cameroon would eventually claim the third place on penalties. Equatorial Guinea. When it comes to the surprises of the 2021 AFCON, the media spotlight is all on Tom Saintfiet's Gambia. But it is legitimate to say that the Belgian coach could rely on a pretty good squad to perform well, despite being one of the 2 tournament rookies together with the Comoros. The campaign of Equatorial Guinea, a national side made up of many players who ply their trade in the lower Spanish divisions, was therefore really surprising. Especially if we consider that they were coached for the first time in a final phase of the AFCON by a local technician, Juan Micha, who was initially hired as an interim coach during the AFCON qualifiers. Algeria. There is little to say. Algeria began the tournament as the big favorite. The North Africans led by Jamal Belmadi were the defending champions. Before the tournament, they boasted a 34-game unbeaten streak and a triumph at the 2021 Arab Cup in December. Everybody expected them to reach at least the final. They eventually ended up getting eliminated in the group stage, which included Sierra Leone and Equatorial Guinea, scoring only 1 goal and collecting only 1 point. 4-3-3 GK, Mohamed Abou Gabel Gabaski, Egypt, DF, Issa Kaber, Burkina Faso, Mohamed Abdelmonem, Egypt, Khalidou Koulibaly, Senegal, Achraf Hakimi, Morocco, MF, Ibn Eid Salvador, Equatorial Guinea, Nampalys Mendy, Senegal, Gustavo Sanker, Burkina Faso, FW, Sadio Mane, Senegal, Vincent Aboubakar, Cameroon, Ablaye Diallo, Gambia. The saves of Cheikhar Al-Hadher, Comoros left back, was converted into a goalkeeper for the round of 16 match against Cameroon in what were surreal images that will forever characterize the 2021 AFCON. His clumsy attempts to stop Aboubakar and his teammates' shots and his personality in building up Comoros' passing sequences brought a strange but beautiful, unforgettable emotions to all spectators. All of this, unfortunately, while what is now known as the tragedy of Olympe was taking place outside of the stadium. Edouard Mendy had just saved Mohamed Lachine's penalty. It wasn't clear which player would be next until Senegal's number 10 emerged from the line of the Teranga Lions. It was Mane's time. It was his appointment with history. The spectators realized it and a roar of expectation and tension invaded the Olympe Stadium. All of Mane's teammates gathered in a circle around him to reassure him. Throughout the entire shootout he had separated himself from his team, pacing in circles alone in the middle of the pitch, desperate for the opportunity to redeem himself for his missed penalty in regular time that could have changed the outcome of the final. Captain Kalidou Koulibaly gave him a last hug and invited him towards the penalty mark. Maine would score emphatically, and Senegal would become the champions of Africa for the very first time.